Whew, right. Welcome, ladies and gents, to Next Gen's VW Cup again. So it's Sardinia. Let's get out on track and just have a little bit of a blast and see what it's like. They might start quali any second, so we'll have a go. So round 5. So missed live stream last week because of out of work commitments. So I've a little bit late to this one, if truth be told, straight to it. Yeah, so this is the track for this week. So the Siroccos, which always give us lovely close at that's not how I remember this track. I'll get out of KZ2's way in a sec. Yeah, it doesn't help that I don't know this track at all. I've never raced here, I don't think. Never actually had a race at this track, so I'm just making this up. Probably all wrong. Yeah, I've got KZ2 all over my arse. Go on, KZ. I'm going to back out. I don't want to enter qualifying. Let's get that. Right then. Let's see if we've got any comments on the go, and then I'll actually get talking for real. Hunty, hello. Bob, bloody hell, Bob Bristow on the channel. How are you doing? Jeno, oh hello. Bloody hell, we've got a full chat 7 already. Nice to have some views for a change. So we're going to do some qualifying now. Give you a bit of an overview of the format. So we've got 10 minutes worth of quali, which will begin any second now. Yeah. Come on, there we go. There's the guys streaming out to start the quali laps. Yeah, so the VW Cup then. We've got 10 minutes of qualifying coming up, and then a 20-minute race. If anything is sort of been apparent from the first 4 rounds of this championship, is that it's really close. Like, there's not a hair separating most of these guys a lot of the time. You tend to get little packs sort of form off, and they all go and have their own little battles. One bit of news that's broke this week is, I think he's leading the championship, or if not, he's very close. His Lightblade isn't able to race anymore due to an issue. So he's alright. I think he actually broke his game disc. So he can't race anymore, so he's going to take a championship contender out of contention, which is going to give the other Bobby a bit of a lift. Another thing that is going on that you may have noticed and talking about in the chat below is that they're all rocking cancer research liveries. So this is in sport, I think it is sort of Cancer Awareness Day or something like that, sort of any time now. So a lot of them rocking replica liveries just to raise awareness and do their bit, really. We've said before on this channel that these boys will get behind causes they think are worthy. This is obviously one of them that's come to light. So fast laps have started now, starting with not so slow Seamus. Braking hard down into turn 1, then we'll just follow the guy who's outbroke himself too far. Is that going to affect KZ2? No, KZ2's done the same sort of thing. In fact, let's get you some data on. Let's get that on, smash that on as well. Lovely stuff. Dark Smoker, how are you doing, my friend? P1 Renault's at 9. Yeah, I'll give you a shout out, mate. Don't you worry about that. So Dark Smoker GT Sport in the comments. Not long after I finish streaming tonight, he'll be live on his channel with the P1 racing community, and they do their Renault Megane Trophy Cup, which is live tonight. So if you want to tell us what track you're at and stuff, mate, that'd be appreciated. Yeah, so fast laps incoming. I've no idea what a good lap round here is. I genuinely don't think I've ever driven this layout track, which is gonna be fun for me. Like, I'm jumping in with these boys to do some racing in the Evos. So someone's obviously Suburtus. Yeah, Suburtus has got the same level of track as everyone's doing it. Oh god. Yeah, I think everyone's doing the same thing that I would, so Hunty the Bunny's done the same thing as well. Lager Fanny hasn't slid wide, so the Lager Fannies remain tight throughout this qualifying session so far. KZ2 Haas 124 seems to be about the time with the Bobby's sat, and we know Bobby's going to be there or thereabouts by the end of the qualifying session. Burntfly 4 tenths behind him, KZ2 3 tenths behind that. So yes, 124 is the early benchmark. Hunter the Bunny then, despite going wide, so that's 126.8, so he's definitely got a faster time in him. So we'll see if he can throw it into the mix here. He's rocking a slightly different variant to delivery, supporting the global racing team that he races for off of this, but still giving grats to the guys that need to. TP86 Racing smashing in a 123.9. It's good to see TP86, obviously last week. Unfortunate at Suzuka last week, if you remember. He did an alright qualifying but got caught up in a load of action and just slid down the grid, so hopefully he can have a better outing this time around. Pav 46, very impressive racer. He'll be he was not, I wasn't going to say he's unlucky last week, but don't forget he was one of the guys that couldn't qualify, so obviously now he can qualify. He'll be hoping to get himself up the grid and get a good starting position, basically rock away with it. The Les isn't here this week by the looks of things, so he's not got his rival on track. Burntfly smashes 123.6, Seamus a 124.6, KZ2 123.9, so yeah, the times are flying in now. Burntfly is our current leader with a 123.6, a great time that, so there's definitely good times ahead. Hunty the Punty does finally deliver a good time, a 124.5. So really not much separating a lot of these guys, in less than a tenth in a lot of cases. Qualifying's nice and close again. Can Pav improve? He's gone to 123.9, so Pav's up to second, 2 tenths off Burntfly's time. It's a great time by Pav. So potentially getting a little bit of slipstream there from Greener Army for help. Just kicks up a little bit of sand on the way out. What we'll do is Burntfly's coming to the end of his lap, so we'll go on board with Burntfly for a lap. I can't talk you around the course because I don't know it, but we'll get an idea of what these guys are going to be facing and all that sort of stuff. So go on board with Burntfly as he comes out the final sector. So normally I would give you my insightful delights on the track, and the cornering and the braking. I'm not going to do that because, well, look at Bobby 123.4, just knocked Pav off. So it looks like they're braking around the 100 boards, keeping it in third. I noticed, just to quell a little bit of that wheel spin. Burntfly's on the power nice and early there, keeping it nice and tight on the apex, hugging it all the way around. I'll remember that for later. Looks like he's braking as the curb starts, keeping it in third again. Lots of torque in this car, but he just gets it on the curb on the inside. That unsettles the car, and yeah, that messes him up a little bit. So he's down on his time, but goes for a late apex. This looks like a little bit of a back straight, so I think getting on the power here is going to be quite important in the race, because this next braking zone coming up is where a lot of people are making their mistakes. So braking just after the cherry picker, widening his exit as much as possible. He's really late back on the power again, and this is an uphill zone, so if you can be early on the power there, that's going to help you out in the race. Coming to the last sector again, he was really good here before. Let's see if he can do that, but there was a car behind him, hassling him all the way. Lovely balance of the throttle there from Burntfly. This isn't going to be an improved time because he did make that mistake early on, but he will at least be learning things as he goes. So there's a lap on board with Burntfly, currently in third. As KZ2 improves to 123.6. For KZ2 Hasser, current pole sitter. MRC Bobby 123.4. He's just sat there, so he's getting faster and faster. He was the one that was sat behind Burntfly that lap. We did see him approach. So it was very tight at the top. So it was about a tenth between Bobby and KZ2 Haas, less than half a tenth between KZ2 Haas and Burntfly, and 2 tenths from Burntfly to Pav. Pav though is on an improved lap time as he comes down the main straight. He's got 4 tenths to make up, is an improvement. he do any better? He can, but he's just shaved a little bit of time off, so he's took a tenth or so off his current best time. Let's see if anyone's setting purple sectors. Burntfly was. Let's see what his middle sector's like that he's just coming to now. No, middle sectors aren't a light, I'm afraid. But they do cross the line at roughly the same time. So these guys are currently in first and third respectively. Burntfly just gets it a little bit out of sorts on the curve. That might slow Bobby down. Burntfly goes very wide, then cuts the grass on the way out. Bobby sort of follows him through, but he gets the slipstream. Bobby's time then to improve on a 123.4. Not going to improve on that one. Burntfly doesn't look like he improves either. So those guys are probably going to get out from under each other's feet. KZ2 Haas just starting another lap. Pav 46 looks like he's coming towards the end of his. We just missed the timing board for Pav. What was he on? He didn't look like he was improving. TP86 hasn't put in a better lap since he set that 123.9 early on. He is coming to finish this lap though. He is in train of cars, so that may help him, that may put him off. So let's see what TP86 can do as we come down the front straight. TP86 has just been pipped by Slow Seamus, who's at 123.7. Hunty the Punty hasn't improved from earlier, he's on a 124.5, currently in 7th place. Lager Fanny hasn't expanded on their time from earlier on. 124.9 is a decent time though. Him Carl has been an impressive feature in this series for me. One of my to be fair, one of my favourite drivers at the minute is him Carl. He's been on some really impressive moves. He's on a 125.3, but he is improving. He's got a way to go to insert himself into the Lager Fanny though, I'm afraid. Shadow Stoke is having a much improved season as well. I've seen him in a lot of battling this time around. Danzo, a good racer is Danzo, 126.4 for him currently. Suburtus, we just saw a moment ago, 126.5 so far for him. And Greener Army on an improved time, but a 128.4 for him. So, looks like qualifying's over for most of them. If you're on a lap now, it's your final lap. So we'll jump back to Pav and see if he can improve on his time. 123.8 for Pav so far is his best time. He's going to have the slipstream. Slow Seamus is less than a tenth ahead of him in terms of time. A 123.7 will see him well. Oh, and he puts in a last minute pole lap. 123.3. Potentially helped with the EO's him Carla beer after this, I think, because that slipstream definitely helped Pav. Either way, still a damn good lap. Dark Smoker Bathurst, 15-minute practice, 45-minute race with first group based on last week. Oh, interesting, I like Bathurst. So yeah, the P1 boys are going to be racing the Renault Meganes at Bathurst after this, I believe. So again, I'll probably sort of chat about this when the racing here is over and give Dark Smoker's channel a shout out. But if your appetite has been whetted for some racing, then you'll be able to fill your boots with some once I'm done here as well. So we're just waiting for the qualifying times to tick down. We'll get straight into the race. I haven't got a drink with me, so the likelihood of my throat getting very dry is very high. So there's confirmation standards. We've got a pretty full lobby tonight, 14 drivers. Okay. Yeah, 14 drivers in this one tonight. Should see some good racing, battles throughout the field, we hope. Pav 46 I'm going to leave us away, leads away from the line. These FFs can bog down, so getting a good start is pretty critical. Bobby's stopped on the line. Big controversy there. Bobby's not moving at all. I'm wondering whether this may potentially call for a restart. We'll wait to see if the host does anything. Meanwhile, KZ2, audacious move by KZ2 on Hassan's JPX99, just flies it into the wall. Can't really be too sure what happened with that one. Bobby asking and pleading for help. I don't think he's going to be able to get going. Whether they do choose to do a restart is completely up to them. Pav has escaped then, Slow Seamus, the winner really of that one. Burnfly's up to third, KZ2 has gone backwards, I'm afraid, and he's down into fourth. Him Carl though, great start for him. Carl is up into fifth, and to the point he's had an equally good job in sixth, but he's getting absolutely hounded by TP86 and Shadow Stalker. Very late on the right, Hunting the Bunny just wants to get on the power early as possible. There's battling everywhere really, it's hard to know where to focus your attentions. No word of a restart though, so I don't think a restart's going to happen. So it looks like we're not going to see MRC Bobby in this one, which is a shame, because him and Pav were really close on times. What's going off through the field then? We've got Hunter the Punty versus him Car versus Burnfly. I'm just going to exit out so I can come back and get cameras, because I haven't got them for some reason. There we go. I've got cameras now. Bobby's back up. Bobby is running again, but down in 12th. So Bobby's now got an absolute mission on his hands in order to get back on the field. Meanwhile, Suburtus 11th, Shadowstalker 10th, NGR Lagafani is in 9th. NGR Danzo in 8th. Good outing for Danzo so far. JPX 99. Currently in 7th, Hunty the Lopunty. And JP's got 9 on, managed to battle on top, which I'm smashed into the wall earlier on. Hunty the Punty in 6th, he's chasing down him Carl and NGR Burnfly. Him Carl's had a fantastic first lap. I can't really start 9th, something like that. Up into 4th, great start for him. Okay, so two has up another place, he's into 3rd now. Slow Seamus, not so Slow Seamus, into 2nd, holding on to Pav. Pav just 8 times ahead, but Slow Seamus is still going to be getting the slipstream and not giving any away, so he's still very much in the fight. And Pav's just buggering off, to be fair, 1:23.3 on the 2nd lap. So setting qualifying pace lap times on that lap number 2 is our Pav. There's a stream down here then. Oh, is that getting a little bit Larry Burnfly? Don't hit anyone, but no. I think he desperately tried to get out of that then. Just judging by the body language of that car, he desperately didn't want to hit him, Carl. But he just had nowhere to go. The momentum carried him into that. But we can go back and have another look at that incident. As we now see Hunter the Punty and him Carl fight for position. Him Carl's managing to hold on to that so far, but that incident has brought everyone a little bit closer together. And importantly, has meant they've lost the slipstream now to the guys ahead. Him Carl gets it a little bit Larry on the grass. JPX99 backed off a little bit from this, has lost some time in that last lap by the look of things, just judging by the gaps. But yeah, he's still up there. This is where it's kicking off though. MRC Bobby's tried to slide past Lagafani. Lagafani was a little bit easy if you ask me. He was able to slide up the inside of that one quite easily and without really any competition. Shadowstalker got out. Shadowstalker's held his position, 10th place. Stiff competition from Danzo. TP86 Racing, who we've said he's not having the run of the green at the minute, whether he's getting caught up in incidents or what, I don't know. I'd have to really analyse that to give you a proper answer, but he's lightning fast in qualifying and then in the race for some reason just doesn't get the results, just doesn't get the rub of it. Suburtus hasn't had a great opening few laps, and Green Army could say the same, to be fair, but it's still plugging on in there. Meanwhile, Pav has built the gap a little bit to Slow Seamus, up to 1.3 seconds now. Meanwhile, KZ2 has caught up with Slow Seamus, so he's now getting slipstream from the 2nd place man. These three though still having a little bit of a battle. Burnfly now leads to Hunter the Bunty to him Carl, so somewhere him and Carl's had a bit of an incident. So this is what Burnfly is looking at. My throat is already starting to go, so this is going to be fun. So yeah, Hunter the Punty leads. Hunter the Punty chasing down Burnfly. Gets it a little bit low on that curb that we saw happen earlier on. MRC Bobby then needs to have a recovery rate like no other. He's currently chasing down JPH99, and once he gets there he's got another 3 seconds to the battle ahead. But if he can latch onto that battle quickly, they can effectively slingshot him back up the field because of the slipstream effect. This is very powerful in this game. We're probably in the stage of the race now where things are settling off a little bit, so let's just go and have another look at that burnt fly incident and see what we make of it. So this onboard burnt fly just touched the gravel. Yeah, you can see his steering inputs there. He's trying everything he could to get out of it. So yeah, he's to blame for that, but he tried his all to get out of that one. They're just losing time to KZ2 Haas though, who is now well and truly on the back of Slow Seamus. Slow Seamus is just dropping time to Pav. He's dropped another 6 tenths since we've last checked into him. So we'll see if this battle may start to heat up a little bit. MRC Bobby has now took a second out of JPH99. He's on it, Bobby. He's well and truly on it now. Getting stuck on the grid, so his car potentially stalled out on the grid. Not too sure what happened there, but he obviously got that car back up and running again. But he's lost a ton of time. Meanwhile, JPH ahead. Got it all sort of leery on the exit of the last corner, and Bobby is now well and truly in the slipstream. He's potentially going to be in a position to make a move as well. No, not quite. But Hunty the Punty, somewhere along the lines, had an incident. Let's see if I can review it. Any reason why? No, it's not on the recording. So I've no idea why the Punty's running so far behind in 6, but he's gonna have a Bobby hunting him down very soon. Meanwhile, these guys nice and close up at the top. So Seamus is worrying a lot more about the threat that KZ2 Haas is going to offer to him, because he's dropping more and more time to Pav. Pav now has essentially just buggered off. He's 3 seconds up the road, so he's giving no slipstream away now. He's too far ahead, and Pav can just focus on churning the laps, essentially. And the Slow Seamus though doing a decent job. If you look at his times, he's very consistent. So I think he's doing all he can to avert the threat that KZ2 Haas brings, but this straight just offers too much overtake opportunity, and yeah, and Slow Seamus is down into 3rd now, so it's whether he can hang on to the back of KZ2 Haas, potentially get a move made in the last 10 minutes of the race. Burnt Fly got 5 seconds away from that, and a good second to him, Carl. JPH99 has left the room for some reason. Not too sure what has happened there. Whether there's any connection issues or what, I'm not too sure. I'm sure he'll pop into chat and let me know if there are any problems. But him, Carl, currently is the fastest man on track, setting the fastest first sector of anyone at any point in the race. Hunty the Punty is trying to catch up to him. Bobby's 2.7 seconds behind Hunty. So they are on a collision course very soon. TP86 Racing has slid past Lagerfani at some point, and Lagerfani is now at risk of sort of being left alone for a little while. Very fast into that corner there. That is going to bring Danzo into the mix, so Danzo can slide himself past the Fanny. He can. So that's Danzo now up into 9th place. Checking in on everyone else. These guys still relatively close. Shadow Stalker 2 seconds behind Suburtus, still within striking range. Definitely within striking range now because Suburtus is driven off track. So Shadow Stalker is going to be in a position to make a move on Suburtus, I should imagine. So if he ducks himself into the slipstream, he can maybe get something done into turn number 1. Bobby then 3.3 seconds to Hunty. I want to say he's dropped a little bit. So somewhere along the line, Bobby's had a bit of a bad lap when Hunter's yeah, the 125.0, Hunter's on 124.3, so Hunter was 7 tenths quicker than him that lap, so he's pulled a lot of time away. Carl wasn't able to convert that awesome first sector into a fastest lap, currently held by Pav. That lap he set on lap 2. But driving very well, still in 5th. I did see a little bit of lag creeping then for someone, but couldn't tell who it was. Yeah, so Burntfly 4.8 seconds behind Seamus, who is still very close to KZ2 Haas. So KZ2 not out of the woods yet. With the team catch up to Seamus very quickly, but he's not been able to escape as fast as he caught up to him. That's the effect of slipstream, you see. As long as Seamus can keep within a second and a half of him, as we just see Seamus make a bit of an error there. Did a burnt fire, I'm afraid. So what he was trying to do is widen his entry point into turn 1, so probably got a little bit of overspeed. I'd have gone left there, in all fairness, because that door was always going to close. And yeah, unfortunately, he's just got on the not so grippy grass. But I do like that livery. So KZ2 can now breathe a bit of a sigh of relief. About 4 second gap either side, so yeah, you can just get on with churning the laps away now. Burntfly will have seen the gap to Seamus absolutely just half, so that will hopefully have given him a little bit of a kick up the backside to catch up to him. Carl sort of on his own at the minute, not really much going on for him. Carl, MRC Bobby is catching Hunty, but not very quickly. So he's 2.8 seconds behind now. So whether his car's still got issues, I'm not too sure, but yeah, he's got to really get a move on if he wants a good finishing position in this race. Currently in 7th. Which is to say his car didn't work off the grid is not actually a bad result for him. Let's give this man a little bit of credit. He's just set another fastest lap of the race. It's Pav 46, currently on a 123.2. I want to say it's faster than the pole time we had. So a great lap by Pav. And of course, just churning in the consistency. Every lap's been in the 123s other than lap 8. Yeah, just really consistent from Pav. He's coming to the championship and has proved to be a competitor for the win every single time he's raced. So 6.5 minutes remain. Let's see if he can continue his good form. Burntfly now has took more time out of Seamus. So Burntfly well and truly on the back of him now, so he's going to be in striking distance from Move at the end of the straight if he can keep this up. Just dips a wheel on the tarmac, on the gravel, which will have thrown him back a little bit. So at about a second's, probably not getting enough of a toe to really reel you up to him by the time you break in for T1. Takes some real liberties with track limits there, does Burntfly, just churns himself across the grass. But in fairness, that's cost him time, because yeah, that's cost him time. That. Hunty the Punty then has really caught up to Carl. So Carl somewhere has had a shocking lap. Hunty the Punty, let's go on board, see if he makes this move, slides it down the inside. Late on the brakes as he dares. Carl does go for the switchback, but Hunty is able to get on the power quickly enough. Just go back and change that view actually, because it sticks there if I don't. So Hunty just having to defend for a little bit. Carl does go for the switchback move. Does he get that made? The next corner's a right-hander, so no, he's not going to be able to get that done. Both of these boys racing really well, to be fair. They're racing clean and fair. Hunty making his defensive mindset clear right from the offset. Best chance for Carl here was just get a better exit out of this corner, which he manages. That's a lovely move. Hunty Punty though, gonna keep it in. He's not going to back out with this one. Hunty Punty though does just have to concede. Potentially thinking of the long straight that's ahead, and if he can just keep within 4 or 5 tenths, he's easily going to be able to make a move for that place back. of this straight. Let's see the power of the... Yeah, it's going to be past it before the braking zone even starts if this carries on. Not a lot Himcar can do to defend that. You can't just swerve around the track like a madman. Hunted the Bunny was always going to get that place back with that gap. So you have to be a little bit strategic with your overtakes around here and not do them at a place that leaves you vulnerable just to be retaken again later. And that very long straight is somewhat of a nerve killer. So Hunted gets his entry all wrong, and Himcar's is going to keep it on the outside though. Again, is Hunting going to learn his lesson from earlier on? Himcar gets a little bit of a poor exit from that corner and has to back out of a move. This is letting Bobby catch up. So Bobby's now got a 5th position. Sniff that. I would argue that Seamus is potentially too far away. He's 8.2 seconds up the road. But these two are definitely there for the taking if Bobby's got his racecraft helmet on. Hunt is the one that's got to defend now though. Himcar is well within striking distance on the main straight. Bobby's going to be getting slipstream as well. Both these boys just maximising the speed they can carry through that corner there. Yeah, just look at the approach. Look at the Bobby is well within range as well. I'm going to have to cut to cinematic for this and hold on to the replay figure because this could get tasty. Bobby, no, Bobby. Oh, that's a shame. I thought for 1 second Bobby was going to try and hang it around the outside, but unfortunately he didn't. Impressively, Hunter's managed to defend that. We're going to go back and watch that again. I think I just got so taken aback by the fact that Bobby ran himself off track. He's now 2.4 seconds back, so he's going to hope these boys carry on fighting. Because if they don't, it's game over for him. Let's go and watch Hunter the Punty in a second and just see how he defended that move earlier on. As he defends this one, and comes back over to the racing line, leaving the gap. Much better exit here though. Let's go back and have a look at that defensive move we saw a second ago. So kept it well to the left. Carl's then got to go to the outside. Bobby potentially helps him out here though, Hunty that is, by basically just going in the middle of him, braking a bit too late. So Hunty currently holding on to that position. Bobby is 2.1 seconds back from these boys, so he's gonna have to work it out now to catch up to them. TP86 Racing probably a little bit bored. 16 seconds to Lagerfani behind. There's quite a few gaps forming back here. Danzo and Shadowstalker and that are still quite close. Pav's 8 seconds out away from anyone. KZ2 Haas is 3 seconds to clear of Burntfly. Burntfly's 5 seconds to clear of Seamus. The real fight is here. This is where the fight is. It's Hunty versus Himcar. It's going to be the story of Sardegna. I did see Himcar go a little bit wide. Bobby is right back in this fight. Bobby, mate, if you're listening to this, or if you listen to this afterwards, how did you reduce that? I think I need to know. Fact is though, we've got 30 seconds left. I don't think they're going to make it to the start finish line in time. Himcar runs himself off track. That gives Bobby a free 6th place though, but can he get past Hunty the Punty to make this the comeback of all comebacks? There's 10 seconds remaining in this one. I think the timer's going to run out by the time they get there. I think it is. So he's gaining on him. He's definitely gaining. He is gaining, but he's just not doing it quickly enough. That's it then. Bobby just misses out by 1/10 of a second. Seamus confirms his 6th position. I think he just waited for some reason. Seamus, he just waited at the start finish line. I don't know why he did that. Anyway, not too sure why I did that. Himcar finished in 7th, TP86 Racing 8th, Lagerfani 9th, Shadowstalker 10th. Danzo 11th, Suburtus 12th, and Green around me will bring home 13th. The story of this race, though, and the plaudits, the applause, the rose petals, the adoration of the tens of watching fans and repping the MRC. Pav 46, absolute domination of this pole, fastest lap and win, 123.1 fastest lap and a handbrake smashing across the turn as well. KZ2 Haas, a very impressive drive from KZ2 Haas. Started second, finished second. Great drive from him. Bertfry can be pleased with the result he's got as well, with a third place here. But for me, it's Hunty versus Carl was the story of this one. Just a brilliant battle between them two. So that is round 5. And you got disconnected. I thought that's what it was. If it helps, JPH, on the stream you'll see at one of the corners you just smash into the wall, and then 10 seconds later you're back in the race again. So I think you've obviously got some connection issues tonight. Yeah, that I don't know what happened with Bobby at the start line. You got to say, if Bobby started normally, then he would have been up there with Pav and KZ2 and all that sort of stuff, and definitely would have been in the mix. Battle of the day, Carl and Hunty, brilliant battling between them two. Absolutely fantastic. I've got to give my driver of the day to him, Carl. If I'm voting for it, of course. If you want to drop in any of your sort of suggestions in the end of the game, if you want to drop in any of your suggestions in the sort of comments box below for who you thought was the driver of the day, you're more than welcome to. I mean, Pav 46 as well would be a really good shout for that award because of just his utter domination. But I think for getting involved in it was what do we call it, Carl. So that's it. So as is customary, in about 8 minutes time there's going to be a live stream up on Dark Smoker's channel. He is in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be nice, I'm going to link his channel in the description, not in the description, in the comments. So if you're watching this and want a little bit more racing action, go and subscribe to Dark Smoker GT Sport. He'll be live with the P1 boys in about 5 minutes time, and you can go and watch a little bit more GT Sport racing. Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yeah, like, thumbs up, comment, do whatever you need to do, and we'll see you next week for round number 6. Don't know where we are next week either, not a clue, but that's the mystery, isn't it? Just tune in next week and find out. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all later.